Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Laniqua Lazenby and Euless Tolliver. The two of you are engaged to be married, but you're not quite sure it's the thing to do, so you've come to me on a before your vows. You have been together for 10 months, engaged for 5 of them. You don't have any children together, although you do have children from previous relationships. You've given me a compatibility test, which I thought were very thoughtful, and you've also given me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I find that your union is ill-advised. Ms. Lazenby, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why you love him, but you're not quite sure you want to marry him?
I wanted to marry Euless originally off the strength of, he came to me and presented himself as a very religious person. I was trying to turn over a new leaf in my life, so I was trying to go down a different path, and I felt like he fit within that realm. But you know, we went out on a lot of dates. He used to take me out on dates a lot and, you know, do a lot of together time. But I guess the time that we spent so much together, it pushed us apart. Well,
tell me about that first date, because I thought that was awfully interesting.
Well, our first date, we actually went to the bowling alley. We tried to color coordinate and dress together.
On your first date?
On our first date.
Why color coordinate on the first date?
I don't know. I just thought it was cute. I'd never done it before, but
Did you think that was weird?
No. I agreed to it.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Weren't you with another woman, though, when you met? On another date?
Originally, when we went out, my homeboy, he went out with his girl. She had her friend with her, so I went with them. I went. He invited me to come, so I was there. And like me and her, we didn't have anything going on. I went there to meet her.
I gotcha. Why aren't you sure Mr. Tolliver is the man for you? I mean, he actually twin clothes the first date. I mean, I've been married 30 years. My husband would not do that today.
Well, the reason why I feel like we probably shouldn't get married, it's been, you know, instances of things that seem like he's infidelity, like he's cheating on me.
Tell me a story that would make me believe that he is.
Okay, he went out with one of his cousins, and, you know, he came back about 7 o'clock in the morning. I was okay with him going out. It made me feel a little leery because I'm used to being around him all day, every day. And when he decided to do it, it was kind of spur of the moment. He didn't let me know ahead of time. He just kind of did it. He up and decided he wanted to do it.
Were you living together at the time?
Yes. The next day, I see that he was in touch with a girl about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, asking her where she's at, calling her. So I asked him, you know, who she was, and he just basically told me, like, oh, she's just a friend I used to go to school with. Everybody on our block was cool with everybody, so it's nothing to it.
Okay, let me get Mr.
Hold up. How you know that he sent her the message? It's either you went through his phone messages, you went through his Facebook or something. She was slick. She threw that in there and got away with it. But nah, bro, I feel like that's foul game. If you gotta go, you gonna find whatever you looking for. Whatever you go looking for, you gonna find it. And I just feel like that ain't fair, bro. Whatever is done in the dark will come to the light. It'll come to the light. You ain't gotta go looking for it. Now, he was wrong if he did it. I'm not saying, like, oh, we excusing his behavior. Like, he's exempt from the conversation. But, no, you cheated. That's just like it's a football game, and you know all of the other team plays before y'all play the game, and then you want, like, yeah, you still won, but you cheated.
Mr. Tolliver an opportunity to respond to that and then tell me what he believes is the biggest problem in your relationship. Mr. Tolliver, what happened when you came home at 7 a.m.?
It wasn't 7 a.m. when I came home. It was probably about, I would say about maybe about 3:30. Because like basically what it was, so I went to the party, and so the party was dead. So I left the party. And then I went. It was this club called. It was
It was just a club.
Okay, it was this club that I went to, and I was there for about an hour and a half. So now it was probably about like 1:30 or something like that. So
where did the other woman come in?
She was with some other people. So I jumped in the car. I dropped my car off, and I jumped in the car with them.
I got it. It doesn't sound like a cheat situation. It sounds like kind of just like people just rolling about at nighttime.
Well, that's my problem, though. Like, if he, I guess my thing is I'm considerate enough to say, if I'm gonna make a move, I would at least communicate that with you. Especially knowing
Well,
that.
what would you have liked to have known?
I would have liked to have known that at least that you were going to hang out with another female.
Just let me, well, I don't think that's what happened. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not a gender segregated society.
Okay.
She got it made up in her mind. She ain't hearing nothing that judge saying right now. She just saw my dude. It was a girl. He texted her. It got to be this, that, and the third. No, bro. Life is, man. Wise man once told me everything ain't done by the book. Life ain't all black and white. It be some gray area in there. It might have dropped his phone. Might have needed to use a charger. They was all out. Whatever the case, bro. You never know. You never know. And you obtained that information illegally. What is the legal term for that? When you, damn, what is it? Like an illegal search and seizure or something like that? You wasn't supposed to have that information. You wasn't even supposed to have that information. I ain't really feeling her, bro. She seemed like she my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
Okay.
He was going out with his boy. There was some chicks there.
Okay. Well, there's another instance.
Well, tell me what that is.
What about this time? Okay, this is just past weekend. After all this has, been going on, and he decides he wants to go to a get-together with his female cousin. Now, mind you, a lot of these people, he doesn't really talk too much. He doesn't really hang out. They don't really check on him, see how it's going, and then all of a sudden, you just want to jump up and go hang out with them. Due to the fact that we didn't have our vehicle anymore and he ended up getting there a different way, he didn't have a way back home. So he stayed the night out. Okay, I understood that. I didn't even make a fuss about it until later on.
Y'all tell really long stories with a lot of detail. My understanding is you have what you believe is evidence that he is cheating.
Yes.
Can I see that?
Yes, I do. And
I got details and who went who and whose car they were in, and I don't need to know all that.
Those are the messages between him and the girl that he hung out with originally.
Well, they're talking about you, saying, I hope they can clear it up. Like, she feels like, you misunderstood the situation. It wasn't like, hey, baby, sexy. I get people in here, give me evidence. Somebody got their situation on the paper. Mm-hmm. It seems pretty innocuous to me. Do you think she's jealous for no reason?
When we met, I was the type of person that I was like, I know that I was looking at other women and things like that, but that came from previous relationships as well. Like, because nowadays, when you're in a relationship, like the women, they'll look at the woman first and be like, "You see her," and things like that.
That's
so,
true.
And he think that's okay, and then you carry that into the relationship over here.
Is that what happens nowadays, Nick? That the women point out to other women?
I haven't heard of that. No.
Oh, I'm so old. Let me ask you this. She says that you keep looking at other women. Is that true even when you're together?
It was, at first, it was an unconscious thing. Once she pointed it out to me, then I...
You pulled it together. You pulled it together. I got you on that issue. I want to go on to the next issue. You've only been together 10 months and you're not married yet, but you say there is a problem with intimacy, so much so that you are now sleeping in separate rooms. That's what I want to talk about. Mr. Tolliver, I'm going to start with you. I understand that you sleep in separate rooms now and that there isn't a lot of intimacy, even though we're not married yet. What's up with that?
It originated from the trust issues and everything. It originated from that, and I believe that that's one of the issues, the reason why there is not a lot of intimacy going on.
When you say not a lot, what do you mean?
In the beginning, it was 100%. Now it's probably about 40%.
Ms. Lazenby, what is your point of view about the issue of intimacy?
Well, I feel like once a person tells me that if they can't commit to God fully, then they feel like they won't fully commit to me. And if you know that, then what's the point of me giving you my
Now, we
body?
backed into church without my knowledge.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's a very good issue. He's a religious guy, correct?
On and off.
On and off. But he's contending to you that it's difficult to commit to you because you're not as committed to the church and religion as he is? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's got something. He says it has something to do with me not basically holding his hand along the way, which I kind of get that, but you were already there and you already had that established before I came along. And it kind of helped and pushed me, you know, into going that road. And once we got into our issues, and he proposed to me at the church. So for me to constantly go back to the church and pretend like things were fine between us, I felt like I couldn't do it. So that's why I backed away from going. But because I backed away from going, that didn't mean he had to back away as well.
What happened to the marriage? Are they married? I don't see no rings or nothing like that. So if he proposed to you at the church, did you accept it? Did you turn it down? And I ain't trying to be on her back, bro. I ain't trying to be on her back. I know, it's difficult. It's difficult. I get that, I understand that. But goddamn, it seemed like a cool brother to me, man. You got you involved in the church and all of that. How we get right here? How did we get right here?
Mr. Tolliver, what is your point of view about her commitment to the life and faith that you would like to lead?
I feel like that once I leave away from the church, like I lose focus on everything. So if I'm not, like a lot of times I'm not focused on God, it's a lot of things that I'm not really focused on.
And what does that have to do with her?
It has nothing to do with her, but my whole reason for even wanting to get married and everything was because it was because I loved her, but at the same time, it was because I wanted that relationship with God as well.
Mm-hmm. My understanding is you were celibate for 3 months. Was that a function of your belief that your faith did not allow for sex before marriage?
No, it was something that we agreed to do. Like we talked about this.
You talked about it, but is she not doing it?
It's not that she's not we're not doing it. Oh. It's the both of us.
Oh. Is that accurate, Ms. Lazenby?
Yes and no. Like he would, you know, pursue sex more than me. And then when I do address the fact that, oh, you know, we're supposed to be doing this and we're supposed to be doing that, it's like, oh, well, we already did this day, or we already did that this day. And it's like the focus of him
all
really
down for the religious commitment until it gets night, until it's time. Is that true?
No. Because I don't like if you used to having sex all the time, like being that like I'm working on building my relationship back like in the church and everything, I feel like that's where the strength come from. And I feel like I feel like because we haven't been to church in probably about, I'm gonna say 2 months. Mm-hmm. So being that we haven't been to church, like the strength that when I talked about this celibacy thing, we was going to church.
I'm with you. It took me a minute to get there, but I'm with you. I understand that. Now, I want to find out why you believe he's obsessed with light-skinned porn stars. You know, your papers confused me, and I'm now even more confused. We talk a lot about religion, and then the next thing I know, there's a statement about light-skinned porn stars. Why do you believe that he's obsessed with light-skinned porn stars?
Because, like, going through the history of, like, what he doesn't watch it on a regular basis, but when he does, that's what he's looking at. You're looking at women that don't look like me. So I feel like that is something that you desire. You're looking for things that are not me.
Is it that serious? Is it really that serious? What if that's just what he want for the night? That's just what that man want for the night. It's not that serious. Oh, because he looked at this, that mean that he don't like me. And no, man, ladies, I love y'all. But okay, we done seen the birthmark on the right side. We done seen the little stretch marks and all of that. We done seen it. Okay, fine, cool. He might be in the mood for, you know, a little bit of caramel that night, man. But for real, it's nothing against you. It's just his preference. Like, everything that he does doesn't mean that it's a direct negative effect to you. So that's just like saying you like, or both of y'all like Alfredo or something like that. Then one night he come home with goddamn pizza or something like that. Like, oh, he eating pizza tonight. He don't really like Alfredo. Nah, that's just his preference. It's just his preference. I ain't Chill out.
Mr. Tolliver,
Do you
care to
prefer
respond to that?
light-skinned women?
You know what? To answer that, like I be on Facebook a lot, and these and people like it was this one thing to where the guys had like who's the best porn star and all of that right there. So I don't know none of these people.
So you researched
so
it so
I-
he can answer. How does that help?
I don't know none of these people, so I'm looking it up. I'm like, let me see.
Because you need to be in the know.
Yeah, I'm
You
like,
can't discuss it if you haven't seen it.
I know.
But
W-
if you're trying to go this
answer.
route, why do you need to discuss it? Especially on social media where
People was
everybody
It's a
sees
good question.
it.
Good question. Answer that
People were
question.
saying like this person the best, this person the best, this person. I'm like, I don't know none of these people.
But you want to.
I don't want to know them. I want to see who they was.
Mr. Tolliver, let me say this to you. You want to get closer to God, open up the Bible and not Facebook. Ain't nothing wrong with Facebook. But, you know, you have to put yourself on a daily basis in a position where the word can reach you. And light-skinned porn stars ain't it. Nothing wrong with it. They may be religious themselves, but that's not why you're looking at them. You with me on that?
Yes.
Last issue I want to talk about, you say he's financially unstable, and that, too, makes you worried about whether or not you should marry. Tell me about that.
He doesn't put the priorities of priorities first when it comes to finances.
Give me
he'd
an
rather-
example.
He'd rather go, say for instance, if he's having a tough day or things get rough, and you get some money, the first thing you want to do, even though you know that there are bills that need to be paid, you rather go and probably like get a drink or something to ease your emotions, or, oh, I'm feeling lucky. Let me go ahead and buy a lottery ticket or 5 lottery
got you.
tickets and play the number like 20 times. Like, I mean, I guess, and doing it in hopes to probably get some money, but you're losing out
but it's
more
not
than
a
you're
responsible
gaining.
way to go
Right.
about it. Mr. Tolliver, what do you have to say about that? Do you believe that's true?
Yes.
You get points for honesty. I really do appreciate that. Tell me what your point of view is on that.
Yes, I do go and buy my drinks and everything, but at the same time, she'll go buy her bottle of wine and everything, and then maybe about 2 packs of cigarettes a week, things like that. So I would say I get 65% of the blame. She get 35.
Do I not?
Self-aware. Ms. Lazenby, what do you have to say about that?
My thing is, like, even if I do decide I want to give me a bottle of wine, it's if I have the money left to do that. It's not something that I would do.
You don't take care of that before you take care of the
That's
rent.
not how I do it.
I got you. Ms. Lazenby, Ms. Tolliver, I got thoughts, issues, and opinions, and I'm about to share them with you. Ms. Lazenby, Mr. Tolliver, I like the both of you. I don't think he's cheating on you. I think he's just a little bit immature, and he has no impulse control. He says he has these goals, but he's doing nothing to further it. He just wants them to fall in his lap while he's out there chasing whatever enjoyment or immediate gratification that he's looking for.
And I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. It ain't going to come. Fellas, it ain't going to come. You got to put in that work every day. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to Christian, man. Hey, bro. Every day, keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding, keep working, keep working, keep working. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it get to the part where it's, consuming your life and you goddamn forget to eat or something like that. Nah, but keep pounding and keep working, bro. You gotta keep working. That's discipline. That creates discipline. Discipline is good. It's good.
You have a maturity issue. You need to grow up. You need to become more responsible. You need to be able to delay your gratification. And if you want a closer relationship to God, you have to do those things that will get you there and just not expect to happen on its own. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's not what you're doing. And you have an excuse for all of the reasons why you're not getting where you're going. But the answer's in your bathroom mirror. That you simply choose not to do it in the moment because you can't resist what you want to do in the moment. And a grown man and a married man needs to be able to resist what he wants to do in the moment. I read your compatibility test. It came across as mature, self-aware. Your thing is, you don't know how to get him where he's going. You don't get angry with people who you're trying to redirect. You don't get frustrated. You don't get back at them. You serve as a teacher. And If you want that church thing to happen, you go and tell him to come with you. Don't wait on him. You're ahead of him. It might have been his idea in the first place, but you're more mature and you're more able to fight your immediate desires and delay gratification. Therefore, you become his teacher.
And then there ain't nothing wrong with letting her lead in that instance, bro. If you know you're struggling and you know that that's something that you not consistent with, cool, it ain't nothing wrong with letting her lead that. That's what man, let her do it. Let her do it. Let her do it. Because where you get weak at, she can be strong at. Where you strong at, she weak. And vice versa. And vice versa, bro. That's how you build. That's when you start building. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see a problem with that at all.
Until he can get where you're going. Don't get mad because he ain't there. You know where he is.
Right.
You like him or you don't like him.
Right.
If you like him, if you don't like where he is, lead him elsewhere. But don't just get mad, because that's like, you know, somebody getting mad at me every morning because I'm 5'1". Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I think you're a good couple. I think you're intelligent people. I think you're thoughtful people. I just think you are far too immature. And I would wait. I'm not going to tear up your marriage license. I'm just going to slide it over here, put it in a book, and take it with me when I go.
Okay.
Best of luck to the both of you. This matter's adjourned.
So how do you feel about Judge Lynn Toller's advice today about holding off, kind of pushing that marriage to the side?
I think it was a good decision for us to hold off, because until, like she said, until he's able to mature and I'm able to, you know, mature, I guess, myself a little bit to where I feel like I can help guide him, then there's no need for us to go ahead and rush into it.
Judge Lynn called you extremely immature today. What are your thoughts about that assessment?
I think it's accurate in a way, because I think I could be more responsible, like when it comes to money, and more responsible when it comes to the things I want to do versus the things I need to do.
Look, Lanaqua and Euless decided to postpone. Damn, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. Postpone that wedding and hope there. Everybody just will understand. They say they still love each other, but there are a lot of issues they need to work out. Currently taking a break. I wasn't expecting that, bro. I thought they was going turn around, get married in Vegas or something like that. I wasn't expecting them to end up like that, but hey, like we've been saying, bro, whatever worked best for y'all. If that's what worked best for y'all, that's what worked best for y'all. I wasn't feeling her. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't feeling in the beginning. Towards the end, I kind of started leaning when she was like, you know, talking about guiding them and being able to lead them back into the church and stuff like that. But yeah, in the beginning, bro, I just wasn't feeling. I feel like she was too do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm looking in your phone. You talking to her and da-da-da. We saw him. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. He ain't cheating. He looked like he probably come home, play 16 hours of Call of Duty or something like that. Play with the kids or something. It wasn't no issue with the kids. It wasn't no issues with parenting or nothing. Like, bro, he was must have been a cool dad. He ain't cheating on you or nothing like that. What she say? I don't know. He was cool. He was cool. But then I ain't gonna lie, y'all do be on my, all right, so like we gotta say, what? She said that he was immature. Yeah, I mean, he was a little off. He seemed like he was a little bit off. I don't know, bro, seemed cool to me, but yeah, she seemed like she can have her ways. Like, she can have her ways. But again, like I've been saying it all month, bro, sometimes the negative and the positive together, it just work. Your negative and her positive together, it work. Create that circuit. Yeah, chemistry class, man. That's a sensitive subject. That is a sensitive subject. But what else? I wasn't expecting them to split, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that video, man. GTG, the family, as always, is love. And we out.